So here is more or less the structure of the web page we have. On our right hand side we have again the declaration of the doctype, we have the HTML declaration, the head in which we put the title of the web page, and then we have the whole body which has all the different parts to the image, the list, the number list, the bullet point, the link, the description of what the website is about, and that's it. So let's see what we have to do. Heading in the HTML can be linked to heading in other type of media. New preparations. There's a list of heading elements above in HTML. They are ordered from largest to smallest size. Used for main heading. The following example code uses a headline intended to capture a reader's attention. It uses the largest heading available, the main heading element. In index, add an H1 in the body. Heading should say the brown bear. So H1, and it says the brown bear. Oof, okay. Oh, cancel. Okay, the brown bear. This one is done. Next. Oftentimes headings also is a paragraph. Headings are meant to emphasize or enlarge only a few words. If you want to add a content paragraph format, you can add a paragraph using the element P. So what I have to do is I have to add an element P here, and I have to copy this text and paste it here, and I should see it coming. Oh no, because it's not auto. Okay, so we have this part done. Okay, so here add another paragraph, so I have to add another paragraph which says the following are subspecies of bears, and then I have to create a list. Okay, under new paragraph, create an ordered list. So an ordered list. Then again, an ordered list and closed. Not on any list item, just the list itself. So again, run it. We have it. Are the following listed items. Sorry. So listed item and listed item, and now I have to. No mistake, because this one goes like that, and I have to add Arctos, and then again I have to put another. And since I'm lazy, I will do like that. I will copy it, so I have this one, and then I can add list, and then the last one, which is Sony, which is extinct. So run. That's done, and let's go to the next step. Okay, great job. Okay, so we have the difference between the LI and OI. You can create an ordered list which is not a bullet point but is a numbered list. So add another paragraph, okay, after the unordered list. So again, I'm gonna add a paragraph in which I have to copy and paste this side. Let's run it, otherwise we're not gonna go on. And then I have to do an ordered list underneath that one. Okay, run. It's gonna be running, and now I have to add these listed elements. So see, no, damn, my bad. What I have to do is add an any element dash and e, and then I'm gonna copy, then I have to add Russia, United States, and Canada. Canada runs, and we're done. So we have a numbered list, which is, so the difference is not the declaration of the listed item itself, but it's what we declare above on the higher level of the list. So if it's in an unordered list, so we have just the bullet point, but if we declare an ordered list, we're gonna have the numbers before every single item we list. So next, okay, so now we're gonna the A mean as an anchor element and including the text of the link in between. So okay, the link in the example is incomplete. How exactly is the link I was supposed to link to it? Okay. Yeah. So okay, so what happened here? We can link to whatever piece of text or image or button on a web page using the hrefs nested into an A declaration. So what happened? I have to, let's see where I have to do it. After the first paragraph, add a link that says learn more. So I have, so what should I do? I'm gonna just like declare it like I'll put like another paragraph, and I will declare it like learn more, which is going probably, yeah, no, is it right? You want an anchor element, see, mistake, an anchor element. Okay, so there you go, an anchor element. Then I have to put inside the href equal to equal to, in case like I don't have the reference yet, I can create a dead link, which is created putting the hashtag within the tool quote thingy. I do not remember the name, I'm sorry. And what else? And that for that it stays like that. But in this case, I have the link, the URL, so I'm going to replace it, and it should become, this bar should become from black to blue once it becomes a link. So this one, it's done too. Okay, great. I'm so proud of myself. So, have you ever clicked on a link and observed the resulting web page open in a new browser? Oh, that's something that I really would like to, and I think is so. It's something really nice, which means that if I declare again target equal blank, but I have to, there you go, it should be like that, which means that once I'm gonna click on my link, which is my learn more Wikipedia page, I'm not gonna open the web page on top of this one, so losing the web page I have already, but I'm going to open another window which is going to display the link page I have. So in this case, what is going to happen, I open a second page. So I have my local host and oops, I lost the other one. Where is it gone? Web browser. So no, that's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's fine. I didn't expect to do such a thing. So let's run it. Oh, I might made a mess. No. Yeah, fine. Whew. So next thing we're asked to do is adding an image to our website, and to do so we're going to use the image source declaration. I have to do it below the ordered list, so still inside the body. I'm going to declare the image, and then I will have the source equal, which is I always source equal. I'm going to do the hashtag because it's empty, and I'm going to close it. And I have to copy and paste inside the quotation mark. I think it's called quotation mark. Yeah. Copy, and instead of the hashtag, I will copy the image. Is it right? Let's run. Yeah. So apparently, even without putting this slash, I still managed to put my image inside. So go to the next one. Alt. So this one is probably also for input. So actually, help support visually impaired user with the alt attribute. The alt attribute is applied specifically to the image element. The value of alt should be a description of the image. The alt attribute also serves the following purpose. If an image fails to load on the web page, a user can mouse over the area originally intended for the image and read a brief description of the image that is made possible by the description you provide in the alt attribute. So, and it goes after it. So it's alt equal, and I can put a description. Brown bear facing the camera. Run. Next. You've already visited a website where not all links were made up of text. So again, so I can image into a link by wrapping the image element into an anchor element. So as I said, I can transform whatever I want into a link. So I'm gonna anchor it, and I'm gonna finish it, closing it, and it should become exactly a link. Use the same as before. So again, I have to put the href equal. I'm going to use the brown bear, copy again, and I have to paste it inside like that. Run. Okay, so in this case, not only my link goes to an end, another thing that I can do is target equal blank. So again, I will have the image that is going to send me to the other page, not only the link of learn more. Okay, so next one. Now, it's important to understand that the formatting of the code will not offer the position of the element within the browser. Okay, So there are more or less two types of coding. There is this consequential code where you have everything on the same line, which I found really annoying and disorganized and untidy. And then you have this second type of coding, which is, in my opinion, way more user-friendly, with user meaning whoever is going to read your code, and neat, tidy, understandable, and in case you're looking for, let's say, a mistake, it will be easier to find because you have, like, every step you have in your web page is positioned in the same way on your code. So if you have a problem with the image, you know that you have to go like in the body, and within the body you know that you have declared the image in a certain point without having to scroll and look and lose your eyesight because you write everything so packed and unreadable actually. So I'm really up for this kind of neat coding way of doing. So now check about 3. So what's that now? I saw how modifying the spaces between code doesn't affect the position of element. If you are interested in modifying the spacing in the browser, you can enter line break element, which is something I didn't know again. So I can break the line and word population in a third paragraph. So I can like break the line here, and I need to write it. No, like that. Is that right? Let's see if putting it close makes a difference. No. So I can either have the space between the R and the slash, yeah, or no space whatsoever. So next, what is happening here? White space makes code easier to read by increasing or decreasing the spacing between lines of code. Oh, interesting. The World Wide Web Consortium is responsible for maintaining the style standard of HTML. At the time of writing, the W3C recommended 2 spaces of indentation when writing HTML code. Indentation is intended for elements nested. Okay, I'll take a look at the code. The code I don't know. Yeah, see, I mean, except for technically this, it's fine because everything is indented nicely and neat. So this one, okay. Now we're talking about how to comment a line or to add a comment. In HTML, they begin with obviously the pointy bracket and the exclamation mark plus 2 dash. Don't remember the name of this. I should look for it. And for example, on the other website, the same thing was explaining with putting 3 dash or like tick. So I have to see and watch and see if I'm wrong, if I remember wrong, if I read wrong, or if it's exactly the same thing. So what do I have to do now? I have to probably add a comment anywhere. So for example, if I add a comment like open exclamation mark, see, it makes the same. It's absolutely the same. Probably doesn't make much of a difference, not exactly so. And I can put I do not really like bears. But no one will read it, so who cares? And bears are not able to read, so they're not gonna get offended. Next one is I finished. So congratulations, you can add on completing the second unit of HTML and CSS. In this unit, you learn how to add content web page using some of the most common HTML elements. Let's review what you've learned so far. So the title, I'm gonna put form. Let's see. Title, I'm gonna put, let's say, Steve Jobs, like I did with my. Now, body, I will have heading and different side. So that's Steve Jobs Memorial. That's the name of the page. So the body will be H1. H1. So what I'm going to do, Steve Jobs. That's it. Then I'm gonna put down a paragraph which simply says man who invented what we did not know we needed yet. Okay, so let's run it. I haven't finished, but at least I'm going to have an idea of how it looks like. So then I can put the link. So I'm going to create an anchor point, and it's gonna be Wikipedia web page, and here I have to put the href equal. I need to go and get the web page, which is Wikipedia Steve Jobs. I can copy and paste it, and again we're going to have Wikipedia web page, and then I can nest an image with the source equal, and I need to go and find Steve Jobs like that. Steve Jobs, let's go and get like this image. Okay. Okay. So what I was saying, let me close my bedroom door. Okay, so what I was saying is that I can now put an image at in my website, and the image I choose is this one. So again, I have to copy and paste the source, and then close the image, and we should have the image appearing right underneath. So what are we asked to do next is to create, and I can create two. So I would create an ordered list, and so close it, and then I have to put the list element, and again close the list element, and then I can put an ordered list, close it, and within it I have to put more, but it's list item and not item list. Okay, and so this it goes down, so I can put creation of for Mac just to, and then I can put another one just to identify a difference, which is going to be creation of a man and creation of Pixar, and I will have the and then here I will add, and again an E and an E, and it will be this one, and I will call it Apple Lisa, and this one will be Apple Lisa 2. Run. And then I can put the should be specification nested. Okay, that's fine. the comment is here I can put the comment which will be to extend the list, and I don't know quite remember the alt, so let me check alt. Oh, alt so goes after the source. Okay, cool. So it goes after the source. So sort, yeah, actually, please tell me didn't delete everything. Yeah, so it goes after it. So alt, and I'll put picture of Steve Jobs, and this one happens in case the page doesn't open, the image doesn't load. Got you. Got it. I put everything I had to. H1 Steve Jobs. Hey, let's put an H2 just to do everything perfectly, and list of event in Steve Jobs life. Ole. So it should be fine now. And we can go up to the next one. I can add heading. Yeah, I can do everything about it. Submit. The CSS setup. So far, you've learned about the fundamental of HTML, including the basic structure required to set up the HTML files, as well as the common HTML element used to add content to a web page. Unfortunately, the HTML elements that we've used to add content to a web page have resulted in failable results into a browser. So it is a bit. Take a look at the code and browser to the right. The code contains HTML element that you've already learned to use, with a couple of exceptions. Don't worry about the details of the code just yet. Instead, take a look at just copy the following line code and paste it on line 5. Line 5 is here. Alright, the only thing it's this, that's the button. Where's the button? The only thing it's class main, class container. Wow. That's great. I mean, that's cool. Class header, class container. Connect your deal globally. So probably there are all the. What happened? Yeah, man, what happened? It's freaking cool. Run next. So I can do the same. So let's say it's a different language. It's possible to write CSS code directly within an editor. Style element. So I have to add the style within the head. The style element allows you to write CSS code between its opening and closing tag. To use the style element, it must be placed inside the head. But where? Style element into the head. So style, and we're done. Copy the following code and paste it between the opening and closing. Okay. What happened here? The first line is a font family declaration, and it's the kind of font my web page will use. And this one goes one after the other. Means if I didn't declare the George's kind of font, automatically my CSS will implement the times font. Then A is the declaration that goes with the anchor point, which means the anchor point will have the color sea green and is going to have no decoration because the definition of text decoration is none. And the image will have a border radius of 100%, so it should be that a square. It should not change. If no. What? Wait a sec. Whoa. What happened with a 50? No. Oh, no, exactly. Why border radius doesn't change? Well, let's see. We're gonna see. So, as you can see, my link has changed the color, and with a sea green. Nice to know. And apparently, they changed the font. Let's have a look. Let me check whether I'm recording or not streaming. Yeah. So what happens? Okay, it ran. So go for the next one. So the style element allows you to write CSS code within the HTML files. This mixture of HTML and CSS can result in code that is difficult to read and maintain. It's common for those to add substantial amount of custom CSS style into the web page when all the CSS code is placing with a style element. So can I not technically open another page? So I have to run and just okay. See? Okay. So what happens? Take a look at index and cut the CSS code in between the opening and closing style and tags and place it directly in the new file called style.css. So cut and copy. Make sure to delete the remaining style element now empty. So I do not need it because it's a point. Okay. So it should be window runner is unidentified on the file. Sorry. Okay. So we have it. Next, it will be perfect. We successfully separate structure HTML from styling CSS. But why does the web page look continue to so blank? Okay. Code. Which means that I had to create a link between the HTML file and the CSS file. Like the increment, the value of this attribute must be the address or path to the CSS file. This attribute describes the type of document, so it doesn't change. Man, it doesn't change. How can I type? This attribute describes the type of document that you were linking to. In this case, a CSS file. The value of the attribute should be set to text CSS. Rel the attribute describes the relationship between the HTML file and so it's style sheet. When linking an HTML file and CSS file together, the link element will look like the following. Note that in the example of the path is the style sheet in the URL. Specifying the path to the style sheet using URL is one way of linking the style sheet. If the CSS file is stored in the same directory of the HTML file, then you can specify a relative path instead of event. So href style CSS type text. So link. Let's link the style sheet to HTML. So first add a link element. So I have to go back. Don't here. Where do I type it here? Link. Is it right? Yes. Add the HR. Okay, see? H reference inside and set it equal to style.css again. Okay, cool, I like it. Then the type of attribute, which is type. Okay, so it's type style CSS, text, no text, next CSS. Okay, and their relationship is style sheet, isn't it? Style sheet, yeah. We're learning, man. Okay, we did that, got it now. Okay, we linked them. So great job, you learn how to link HTML. Okay, so what do I have to do now? What do I have to do? Class part1. HTML style sheet can be linked to an HTML file using the link element. Okay, link a file called style.css to index HTML and attribute should be set in the following order: href. Yeah, but there is like nothing. Like call it link href equal, well, it's empty, and I have type equal text CSS, and relationship is equal to style sheet. Run. What's that now? Do you link the style sheet? Yes, I did it. I did link it. What? Oh, style. Oh, okay. Okay. That was pretty easy. So again, I did learn this part. Okay, submit. Learn the basic of CSS. Okay, yeah, no. Let's start from this one, shall we? And okay, I took a coffee break, so I will finish this really 9-step for today, and then I will go and play some Diablo 3 on my PS4. I haven't played for ages, so okay, let's go on with it. We have to take a look of the style that is written here. Button, supporting columns, clarifix, support, everything is okay. More rest, recover time, no repeats. Okay, I have no clue. So let's go and look for it, and let's see how we're gonna get that. That's the only thing I can. Oh, we are back to our friend. We discussed. So, for example, to style a P element is equal. Okay. In style, add a selector of the H1 element. So H1. That's it. What do we have to do? So we have to write the name of the directory we want to style. In this case, would be only the text brown bear, because I selected the H1 declaration, and then we put every type of style we want to add to that text, which can be the font, which can be the color, which can be the margin if it's a picture, the dimension of the picture, everything, more or less everything. So let's go. Okay, done it. Let's go for it. Okay, first of all, so we have the selector, as I told you, the curly brace. Now I have to remember the name, the curly brace. So the property in this case it's font size, which can be font color. It can be, as is written here, simply color, and then what we want it to be. Like in case of font size, we have to give a number and the unit, which is pixel, or in case it's font style, we need to give the name, which can be times, as we say so before, and or in case of the background, you type background colon and then the color of the background, and so on. That's simple as that. So he wants me to put a color, and really important, something I found yeah, pretty tricky, is that is an United States English spell. So I don't think it would work with the UK spell exactly, because technically color is spelled with a U in the UK, but is an American spelling, so without the U, which probably will annoy my Londoner friend. Fire break. I didn't know the fire break was a color, to be honest. Changes font size, and again I will go on for the next one. Font size, and want me to put 18 pixel. Never ever forget the semicolon. Okay, so we have changed the color of the text and the size. So let me show you again. I will delete it, I will run again, and we have black and bigger. So I will put down the style we want, run it, and we have red and smaller. Font size 18 pixel to the paragraph. My bad. So this goes down, so I have to open another one. Goes for it. So it's gonna be bigger. Okay, bigger the header and bigger the paragraph. So next. So I can even I didn't know that, which can be either pros and cons. I mean, I can put the same style to more than one thing at a time, just divided by a comma. So so I can simply, so I need to delete that one, I need to put that one, put a P, and the color has to be this time dark slate gray, isn't it? Okay, so boom. Okay, and as you can see, we have the header with the color change and all the paragraph we added in our index.html. Now again, why is okay? So only the I don't, again, I do not know the name of this part, but I can. So for I can like make up for it, and I will look at the name. So I need to put font style, which is going to be equal to font family is going to be equal to Georgia, which means again, my bad. I was working like a class. So Georgia, semicolon, run, and we change the font of everything we wrote. So I can change it. Let's see. If I want to put it like times, it's gonna change again in the times. Or if I can put like, let's see if this one works. Don't remember. Yeah, the Calibri works too, which is honestly one of my favorite font style. But the one that we've been asked to put is Georgia. And we will go for the next one. So okay, so what do we have to do? One space should use between, okay, that's so one space, which means that I have to put one space between the selector and the curly brace. And okay, it doesn't change anything on the web page itself, but as we were talking about it before, is more like a style way of coding, which is pretty interesting. Oh, and that's another way. But so this is a comment in CSS. So it's a dash, the universal thingy that I do not know the name about. And let's see what I have to do. Add a comment. So we can add a comment, and like I can write down, find the name of the universal selector, and then closing it with, and that's it. Okay, we should be fine with it. Okay, great. And I think I will move my camera from there up to in front of me, because I think it is a bit better. So okay, now what are we going to do? We're going to simply put again, so I have the H1, and I will put like font family. It will be Calibri, because I know I made a mistake. See, the column here and semicolon here, and I can put the color. It will be blue, and then I have P, which can be again font size will be like, again, let's put 18 pixel, and to space in there, and no, the P, and I want the color, I want it to be like, I don't know all the colors that are possible to put. And let's see, color, what can it be? Shall I put like brown? Hey, what's wrong with you? Color brown. What's wrong with your color brown? It's fine. No, okay. And another thing that I want to change, because I don't like it's font family. Again, I want it. See, I could have done it differently. And font size. Oop, I wanted 18. No, I wanted 16 pixel. There you go. Run. Is that you? And so okay, and I put the OL. So I'll do OL. Yeah, like it, cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, and okay, so we had a more or less an introduction to the explanation of how HTML works. We have the list, we had the heading, we had the anchor point, we added the picture, we had the link, and then we started seeing the CSS with the color, the font, the size, and how it linked. Do I have to link it? No, I do not. I know it's linked already. I linked it already. So how I linked the page to the CSS, and so in order to have my HTML be styled by the CSS that I'm writing here. And I think that we've done another one, so I will go up next. We finished another lesson so far, and the next one will be the color, which is again something that, as I told you, I do not know all the colors, but there are two ways of setting the color in CSS. One is with hexadecimal code, which is the 8, if I'm not wrong, 8, should be 8, yeah, the 8 digit, which is the F and the numbers, which everyone has a color selection. And the second one is simply with the name of the color, so you probably can find massive. Let's see if there is like color list CSS. There you go. color is CSS. Exactly. So you have all the names. See, we have the color name, the color, and the code that I was saying you. Oh, cool. That's cool. That's a good website. Let me save it. Oh no, man. Let me save it as CSS color. No, let's save it like W3 school. W2 school, and I will put it on the bookmark. Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting because there is everything. Whoa, that's so cool. Background. So we have all the colors possible that we can select, we can use, and we can even, I think we can shade different color from one to the other, and there are super plenty of color, more than the one I need. I think. Let's see if there is more. No, there are no more. But yeah, I can use, as you can see, I can use either the hexadecimal or the name of the color itself. So for now it's fine. I mean, I will, as I said, I will go and play some Diablo 3 for now. I haven't played it for ages, and probably tomorrow I will go on coding, I think, and that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestion, even about the code I just typed, if you would have done it differently, or if you have any suggestion, whatever, just let me know, and if I don't have the answer, which is probably, I will look for it. So have a good Saturday. Bye everybody.